Salut everyone! In this video, I'm gonna be talking about the 9070 XT and why it might have some issue when it comes to content creation and especially encoding. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So let me explain what happened. Like let's start with a little bit of context like I'll always do in my video. I had to move from Linux to Windows for my content creation stuff, okay? And I had to do it because Mirko, thank you very much for the donation. Hello, YouTube. Thanks, brother. You got me well there. So let's go back to the thing. I had to move from Linux to Windows 11. And what happened, like the main reason was because of OBS. OBS support for Linux is not there in some specific case scenario. It's behind. I don't want to get again into that, but this is an OBS problem. This is not a Linux problem. And I had to do it. So I moved to Windows 11 and everything was kind of fine. So just for you to exactly know what the situation was all about, my streaming PC was running an Intel Arc 380. This graphic card is the beast when it comes to streaming and encoding. To give you an idea, I could do 8 stream encode at the same time at 1440p 60 FPS in AV1. Like this thing is a beast. But lately, I think it was 1 week ago, I had an issue. My screen on Windows while streaming was all blurry. It was like, it was looking like that. I hope you like the nice design here. And I was like, man, maybe I should try to put the 9070 XT in my streaming PC. This was the idea, right? I removed the Intel Arc because I believe it was dying. Like the output was not good. And I put the 9070 in the streaming PC. And here, it's a double win for me, right? And when I say it's a double win, it's a win because one, I can test AMG for encoding. And it's another win because I can use the second PC for testing the advance of Linux with the 9070 XT. I don't have to remove my 4090 anymore. It's just in my second PC. I'm good. Like this was the whole idea. So now I have Windows 11 plus the 9070 XT in the streaming PC. If you look, I'm going to mention it, Epos Vox video about the capability of the latest generation of card for streaming. He said they are top notch in terms of quality, okay? Team! My man, thank you very much for the donation, bro. Thank you very much, okay? I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. You have no idea how much it helps, okay? Here is a bottle of wine to reduce your frustration. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Cheers, dude. Thanks a lot. So let's go back. Let's go back to the thing. So Epos Vox was saying in this video about ERGNA4 that the quality is top notch. So everything is great. AV1 is not the best. I won't be like, going too deep into it. I already invite you to go watch this video. But I had high hope for the 9070 to actually like do a good streaming experience for you guys. But here is what happened. On Wednesday, so last stream, we had huge dropped frame. Like huge drop frames, dude. And I want you to be aware of what's going on, okay? So this video is not for Linux, right? It's for Windows user, and you will see a little bit for Linux too. But like people who own a 9070 XT right now and who want to do multi-stream. Man, I got disappointed. So I'm gonna tell you step by step what I've done, and I'm gonna share with you my conclusion and how I was able to fix it. So I think first is like I had bad habits, and I'm gonna tell you why I had bad habits. With my 4090 and the Intel Arc, like 380, I have almost like no limit for encoding. I have like literally no limits, dude. But the 9070 XT is not there. Like it's so far, dude. And it's kind of sad. You have to differentiate like two approaches when it comes to encoding, transcoding in general. You have the quality of the transcode itself, but you also have how many encode you can do at the same time. Like how much encoding can the card do? And the 9070 XT doesn't do a lot. This is what I learned. So let me like just step back because I think I'm getting too far here. How did I solve it? So on Windows, there is an encoder issue. there is straight up an encoder issue. So if you encode with AV1, your bitrate limit won't be enforced. That's the first issue. Okay, so to give you an idea, I'm gonna make a little graph for you there. This is the time, okay, of encode, and this is the bitrate, okay, on a 9070 XT AV1 encoding. So here you have like 10K, here you have like 20K, and here you have 30K, okay? So on paper, if you are doing the sim right, you said like 25K encoding. This is how it should look like. Bzzz. Like there is some variation, like, but this is how the card should encode, right? Your stream. But in reality, this is how it's working. It starts at, let's say 25, what you set it up. And then you go down at like 1K. And then you go down at like 80K. And then you go down at 25. And then it does that. Like this is literally how my encoding look like. And because of that, you have to think it about this way. When I threw the data to the YouTube server, which can ingest a maximum of like 50K, actually 51K, but like, let's say 50K. You see, this is the limit. When we arrive in this area here, well, the stream hang and stop. And this is the issue I had because I was setting the proper limit in OBS, but it was just going all over the place. That's the first issue. Second issue, so that's the first one, the encoder issue. Second one is the multiple like encode. So let me explain. And I think this could be related. I can't explain what it is. I was trying to find the source of it. On Windows, I have a PCI Express 4x16. This is the correct way to write it on my motherboard. But my 9070 XT on Windows, dude, like this is what I'm supposed to have. Like there is no limit at it. On Windows, I'm at PCI Express, so 4.0, and here I'm at by 4. I don't know why. I can't explain. I tried everything. I reinstalled like the chipset, like driver. I reinstalled like the graphic driver. I did everything, dude. Not working, chat. So I don't know why my card show up like that on Windows. So I tried on Linux. On Linux, it show up correctly. So 4x16. On Linux, it works. On Windows, doesn't work. I can't explain why. It's working, dude. On Linux, it's working. So why is it a problem? Why is this whole thing is a problem on Windows? If I do more than like 2 transcode, right now I'm doing 3, but I'm doing like really like weak transcode, okay? Like super weak transcode. If I do more than that, the bitrate, guess what? It redos the all over the place stuff. And I got drop. So I do believe, so this is the outcome because I don't want this video to be super long. I do believe the AMD/AMF encoder is bad right now. If you are a content creator, whether you are using Windows or Linux, avoid it. I'm just saying avoid it. If you have one stream, it's gonna be okay. If you are multi-streaming, it's gonna be a no. I tried everything. Listen guys, I spent literally, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say 48 hours, but like a solid, like 20 hours testing everything. Reinstall Windows, install Linux, I'm gonna mention it after. Switch card with my Intel Arc. Make some tests on Windows and Linux with my 4090. I have the free cards there. I have the Intel, I have the AMD, I have the NVIDIA. Stay away from AMD when you come to multi-streaming and like live streaming. Stay away from it. Like, this is just my 2 cents. I believe they're gonna be able to fix it, but right now it's just a no-go. So now, because we are a Linux channel, I did try on Linux. Because yesterday I was saying to my Discord, on Linux it works, but I was wrong. So Linux and AMD, let me explain you. On Linux, AMF does not exist. Or it does exist, but it doesn't work. Okay, there is no support for AMFF and OBS Studio. Doesn't exist. So you forget. Even if it's broken, at least on Windows, you are like, oh, maybe it's gonna work on Linux. No. Doesn't exist. First thing. Second thing, you have to use VAAPI. Okay, no offense, guys. No offense. I know people are gonna be upset, like Windows, Linux lover, AMD lover, open source lover. Like, this is weak to me. Like, this is so weak, chat. It is so weak. So maybe I need to learn more about it. I had, again, like 20 hours when I was doing all those tests. I needed to be ready for today, but quality, bad. It's bad. Okay, like, it's bad on Linux. So I didn't have, like, the, you know, issue with the variation of bitrate, but the quality was really bad. Like, this is brutal, dude. Like, I want to be honest with you. Like those 2 last days have been insane to me, but this is bad. And I thought Linux would save me, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna just suck it up with the sound problem. I'm gonna do whatever needs to be done to be live on Friday. But Linux didn't save me. Like, the options are weak. The way you can play with the API is just weak. I made my research. Maybe there is some settings that could put me out of that, but the reality is, like, it's just bad. To give you an example, I will be like streaming AV1, 60 FPS at 20k bitrate. So that will be the bitrate, okay? AV1, 60 FPS, 20k bitrate. And then I will watch the video, right? Like, you can watch the statistic of the codec after, right? Like, when you record it. And it was 60 FPS. This is what he set up. 60 FPS target, but it was in reality at 48 FPS. I was like, what is this? And this was like CBR. For people who know, this was CBR. It was supposed to be a constant bitrate. But this thing was still fluctuated. I was at 48 FPS. I was like, bro. I was like, what is happening? Like seriously, what is going on? So I gave up on that too. So on Linux, if you are using Linux, I would say go Intel. Arc. Like, Intel Arc is a beast. There is no question about it. And then you have NVIDIA, but NVIDIA is like it's too much. So VIP AMD quality is ass. You can use AMF FMF with closed driver, but then you run into game issue. So no, you can't do it anymore, El Snarko. AMF is not supported by OBS since the version 29, I think, something like that. So you can't do it anymore. It gets brutal after days of doing your best and getting nowhere. I know, Tim. Brother, like, yesterday was rough. Oh, I wasn't aware. Last I tested was a while back with RDNA 1 AirCard. Yeah, I know, it's done. It's done. It doesn't work anymore. The guy who was working on it is gone. Okay, so this is the last part of the video. How did I fix it? The fix with the 9070 XT. The only one codec which is, like, not affected by those issues with a bitrate fluctuating everywhere, sorry, is H.264. I think this is the name of the codec. I always make the mistake. But, like, if you run with H.264 codec, you will be okay. Even if it's the worst codec. So right now, what I'm doing YouTube and Twitch in H.264. And I'm recording locally in H.264 too. Variable. Okay, to have the best quality possible. But this is where we are at, guys. This is literally what can the 9070 XT push max in terms of encoding and multi-streaming. So here the kicker is that I'm only multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. I know some of you guys are going to go crazy, right? You're going to want to be in, like, let's say, I don't know, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. This card doesn't have enough, like, juice right now to do more like that, most of this. That's the solution I found. Maybe a driver update is going to make it better. Maybe an OBS update. I can't figure out what the solution is or will be, or if there is even one day. But, like, forget AV1. Like let's be clear. Forget AV1 and multi-streaming. Just focus on H.264 if you have this graphic card, because anything else is going to be literally, like, funky. Literally funky. So, guys, I hope this saved time for you, because I lost, like, almost 2 days of my life on this and almost lost my mind. That's it for this video. Please don't forget to sub, like this content. And also, I want to thank all the members of La Crème de la Crème Club, which are watching the show right now live every Wednesday and Friday on this channel and Twitch. Guys, thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you for all the donation, the membership, everything. You guys are the best. See you in the next one. Bisous, bisous.